they just learn to fight. We'll keep climbing up till we touch the sky. Hotter than the sun, we keep burning bright. Higher than the moon, we always rise. We always rise. We always rise.
Testing, testing, testing. What's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Got a few new things set up tonight, as far as the stream setup. So if you notice anything weird, let me know. What's up, Thomas? Welcome, dude. Akumare, what's up, man? Good evening. All right. What's up, Dorsch? Welcome, man. Area will be overrun by the Abyssal. I know I got some Mega Juice double quant tiles here, so that's going to be the focus. Mega Juice double quant. Ooh, Meyer. Meyer's a weird tile. I didn't realize I was doing Meyer, actually. That's all right, though. Gotta make sure my item's up. I like the dialogue. Sound effects can be down. And should be good to go there. We'll see how well my computer holds up with everything running here. Now, I've got quite a new build going. You'll notice I don't have much energy shield. In fact, I would be fine if I had 0 energy shield, but the 400 is kind of hard to get rid of. And I'm running kind of like a life leech based setup. An incredible amount of movement speed. We're almost like movement cap, minus a little bit of an advantage on the boots and a couple of nodes on the tree. Not many, though. And then as far as the skills, I have at least one change I still want to make, which is to get rid of Ghost Dance. But I'm not totally sure what the new configuration is going to be. I'm testing a few different things. Easy option is run Herald of Thunder, but obviously don't need more damage. This is as hard as the game gets, and everything dies instantly. So, speed is like really all you need. I can focus on bossing a little bit more, which could be interesting. Yeah, not totally sure what I'm going to do with that extra slot. I don't have any audio on Path of Exile. I got to fix that. I'll fix that after this. Whoa. Double socket? Sweet. That's a cool base. Oh my god. Juicy! Now, Viper Cap is not the best base, is it? I thought Freebooter was best. Interesting. Gonna have to look this up. Helmets, decks. No, Viper Cap's way down here. Why is this worth so much? Is this a fake price check? It's like not actually worth this much. I'm getting debated. Holy. All right. Well, juice done. 120 divs. Profit so far. We're looking good. I can just log out. It's actually the first good base I've found all season. What's up, Teacher Keen? Current farming strat is Quant, only mod I care about, and then areas overrun by the Abyssal every map. I'm willing to pay 4 div for an overrun map. They will sell for 1 div if you kind of snipe them throughout the day. And then, of course, you can self-craft them. I can make about 10 to 15 in a session of crafting about 100 of them. And then, of course, you want Rarity on the map. But that comes from the Waystone tile, right? And not the tablets. And then you want Rarity on your player. What's up, BBT? Welcome, dude. Go on in here and get Byra. Wow, she is not wanting to be frozen. I guess she is the cold queen. "45 maps, only got 1. How are you getting 10 to 15? Are you using Omen of Sinestral Necromancy? If you're not, you're cutting your chance in half at least. After that, it sounds like you got kind of unlucky. I think my worst session, I came out of with 6 maps for 100. That was the worst session I've had. They are spongy. What's up with that? Did they increase their ailment threshold? Interesting. So Necromancy is guaranteed prefix, which most of the good Abyss mods are on prefix. So you do want prefix. It is a little bit extra cost to throw it on there, but it's worth it, especially if you're self-crafting. Where do we want this? Probably right here. Maximize chests. It should be a pretty nasty expedition. Yeah, overrun's a prefix. Necromancy guarantees the prefix. I did add this to my written guide, because I didn't initially have that as a requirement for the craft. But after I perfected the Abyss mod tier list, I was like, okay, these are pretty much all prefixes. Let's just use Necromancy. Okay, I gotta fix my PoE audio. Something is wrong here. Let's see. Is it that? Okay, we're getting there. Do I need to do this? A little bit delayed. Oh, there we go. That's the problem. Sorry for your ears. There we go. Yeah, teacher, you could do that. There's actually a couple of different ways you can save money on the Waystone craft. But when you're spamming 100 in a row and you're crafting for profit, you shouldn't be that stingy. Just don't do it until you have enough money to do it right. And then just, zoom, because time is money with those types of profit crafts. If you go to 5 Exalt on 100 maps, you are saving 500 Exalt, but that is like 1.5 div, and the amount of time it takes to, look at Waystones or filter them with regex and not just insta slam them is grand. You could get like a quarter of the way through the next session. It was better without game audio. No. Don't say this, Dorsch. Nico's rocking 100 to 140 rarity. Yeah, that's good. That's solid. Like on your map, you want to be around 100, but you also want the rare monster modifier on your map. And don't undervalue pack size. Pack size is bad. And you're going to have a lot of people tell you it's not bad, and they're wrong. Okay, why didn't that make a noise? There we go. Thank you. I like to hear my jackpots. Okay, first map is done. In case you missed it, it was a 120 div profit map. Could retire for the night. Feel pretty good. But we'll keep going. As I'm playing, I will call out things that you can do to... well, I almost hit that twice with my mouse kind of floating around. Things that you can do to kind of make more profit as you are cruising through your maps. What's up, Faber? How's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Very nice, Dorsch. Very nice. One thing you can do as you are cruising through your maps, ID all the belts. Try to get one with 2 resists in the suffix. So I rolled strength on that one. I'll actually chaos it to try and get the second resist. Never lucky. There we go. Now, I don't really care about the prefixes. Nobody really does. But there we have double tier 1 resists. And that by itself with 3 charm slots probably isn't worth a ton. Maybe like a div there. But you can suddenly roll it into like a, I don't know, 25 to 100 div belt with this right here. This is going to remove one of our suffixes at random and give it this item gains 2 enchantments. If it removes the reduced charm charges used, it's like a jackpot. And this thing's really cheap, this Essence of Insanity. 3.7 Exalt. So we missed. But the idea is that if you hit the charm charges used, you can then vol it and potentially get even more resists. And I've sold a number of belts this season for 15, 20, 25 divs. Just doing that little nifty magic. I usually don't go to chaos spam, but I'm doing it here just for the sake of example, right? Because the chaos spam gets pricey. They can try again. Whiffed again. But yeah, then you corrupt and you get a double enchant guaranteed. And, you know, the jackpot is the enchants rolling more resist, but there's other good enchants that can roll with it. They're very solid. Okay, next map. Sorry for the delay. Nico, the 120 div profit was this base. Exceptional Viper Cap. Woo! Heck yeah. I don't know, like, does that really sell for that much? I guess I don't know that for sure. But there isn't a cheaper one. That tends to bode well. I'm kind of surprised that a base that low in the, like, evasion stack of bases is worth that much. We'll definitely report back whether it truly sells for that much. Sump is a pretty good tile. I'm kind of fine with going Sump. I need a new tablet. How's the music volume, by the way? See how much 10% quant tablets are now? Oh man, that's cheap. That is so cheap. 3 uses remaining. Oh, yeah, I forgot to look at that. Is 10 the max? 18 is the max. Nice. Give me that. Yeah, I just realized that, Faber, that is like an easy potential scam. Thanks, Nico. Appreciate it. All right, so there's Breach. What else do I have going on here? These are still my, like, double-rolled tiles, so they're awesomely juicy. All right, we'll replace that Breach. This Expedition is a 7. We're going to go triple 10s. Calgren Expedition. 18 uses is 4 divs. So, you know, math is pretty simple there. You buy a 10 use, you buy 2 10 uses. How do you search by uses remaining? Thanks, Nico. I appreciate that. That kind of stuff is important to me. Adds a Calgurin. Uses remaining. Okay, so I just put it here. At least 10. Search. Okay. It was really cheap. I'm kind of sketched out that it's in Chaos. Sometimes when you see the default currency suddenly switch over to something else, it can be really sketchy. Let's see what Chaos to Div is. Or Chaos to Exalt. 18 to 1, so it's like 360 to 20. And those are 25. So, yeah, there it is. A good reason to be sketched out, right? Oftentimes the trade site is not up to date with, like, the exchange rates of currencies. Here's a 1 div with 15. So people are posting in Chaos, but they're actually profiting by posting in Chaos right now. I like the trade site over the game because the way you can save filters is a little bit more dynamic. Especially with the, like, trade tool that's in the web browser. Can you save the searches in game yet? That would be like another thing. That's a pretty big deal. But yeah, this TFT trade extension is super OP. You can save and organize all your trade filters. And then the other thing you can do with this is you can copy and paste items from here into your POB as a way of figuring out, like, whether an item actually, you know, improves your build or whatnot. Not really on PS5. Interesting. Alright, this is a scam, dude. These Chaos people are scamming. I'm gonna go for this one because it's like 12 less than the next, but... yeah, exactly. Okay, we're all set. There's 3 goodies. We can leave these in for the rest of the run. We'll go to Headland. I don't actually know what Headland is. But this is triple 10s. The other mods I really don't care about. It's just Quant, man. Quant is king. Qantas Airlines. Ooh, nice. What's up, Ichigo? Good evening, man. Welcome. Let's see how we rolled. Whew! 97, 174. Yes, please. Oh, yeah, I know this map. This one's pretty good. It's kind of rippy, though. Things get really tight spaces here. Look at that. You get kind of stuck on stuff in a weird way in this map. Somebody was saying they're struggling with fighting waystones. There are waystone drop modifiers on your maps, and there's also some on the Atlas. Just as a heads up, there's one that's really good on the Atlas. It's this one. Nope, wrong. This one. 20% chance to be a tier higher, because there's a lot of 14s dropping, and 1 in 5 14 upgrades. That's really good. Nico, right now I still have like over 100 maps that are still tower influenced, so for a long time I'm going to be in this double quant mode, which is of course going to feel better than before. So right now everything just feels better. I need to rework my passive tree a bit based on new changes. And I can show off the new gem links. I think, PB, you were asking whether I would. And yes, I can. There's not... Actually, I guess there are a ton of changes. There's a ton of changes. I was going to say they're not too different. But no, they're extremely different. And the build is just, like, absolutely fuming with speed now. Yeah, I know. They changed that with monster, like... density. I'm just confused why they would reduce density. I think bad players were getting mad about dying, so we have baddies to thank for that. I don't know why this guy won't take any damage. So annoying. There we go. Almost died in there. That was close. I want to get my health pool up to about 3k, and then I will abandon ES entirely, and we'll have actual leech without having to, you know, nerf our gloves. Woof! Almost died there, too. ES is always going to be better, but at some point it's a trade-off of speed. Like, do you want to have lots of ES or be faster with a lot of damage? And in this build, I'm at the point where I want to be faster with a lot of damage. There's also something to be said about Life Leech for this build, because we do have Mystic Harvest on Amazon. They're super OP. And Life Leech can be better sustained than a large ES pool, because like Ghost Dancer is, you know, a little bit frenetic. Bing bing. Gemini bow. Whoa. Tier 5 belt. We'd love to see those. Don't sleep on belts. Don't sleep on flasks. Those are the two big ones. 46. All right. Stuck. You get so stuck in this map. Oh, really? Is that a change? That's kind of weird. Favor. That seems like a bad change. The whole idea was to make it easier for us to complete our maps. Yeah, that's a weird L change. Not as intended, I would think. Unless that was in the patch notes or something. I'd be really surprised if they wanted it to be harder. I think they literally said they wanted it to be easier. Save builds. Yeah, that'd be cool. Never even thought about that. That'd be crazy cool. It's so complex, though. I mean, it really can't be done. It's so complex. Like, how can you quickly swap back to another build? It's like, they died finally. It's like gems, support gems, items, passive tree. There's tons of requirements intermixed there. I agree it'd be super cool, but like, how? Maybe there's a way. Alright, what should we do with this? Tier 1 ES, Tier 2 Lightning, pretty good. What's up, Fishy? Good evening, dude. Are tiered modifiers changing what we roll on tablets now? I don't think they are, but it's worth asking the question. I've got a little crafting tab. I'll just drop this in there. Yeah, I can think of some things to do with that helmet. It's a pretty good helmet. I'm gonna wait though. Ornate chambers. I really don't like that map too. I've been working my way around all the tiles I don't like very much. This is definitely one of them. It's time to go though. Time to go get all ornate. Just checking my defenses. So a big change I've done is we have Warrior now. I'm not sold on this Warrior. There's one that increases defense, and I'm thinking that one might be better as well. It increases global defenses, which is obviously super powerful. But this one gave me Chaos Res Cap, a lot of Ellie Res help, and then I'm experimenting with life stacking and dropping ES, which would be like a huge advantage if we were able to do that. Okay, cool. Thank you, Faber. What's up, TR? TR, are you Omnistorm? Here's the helmet. You can socket anything in it, obviously. They fixed it, Faber. It was broken. But nope, it's working. 134 rarity. 94 rarity. I know. Big deals, right? Yep. Time to get your warriors going. I probably should have like bought a bunch and resell them once everybody realizes they're working again. Boom. Boom. Baba boy, baba boy. Annulment. So when you're assessing how good your maps are, you cannot just look at divines. You have to look at the rarity of the currency that's dropping. And that would mean annuls, chances, and divines. And then, of course, greater chaos, which is very rare. Perfect chaos, which is extremely rare. And then perfect exalts. I see a lot of people that are like, man, I ran 10 maps, I only dropped 2 divines. And you can't count that way. And even though the chances, like, they aren't worth very much, you still have to count them. So there's perfect regal. It's a very rare currency, even though it's not worth a ton. So far here we have a chance, a null, and a perfect regal. And to me, that's 3 divine equivalents. Very good, very juicy. We're just getting started here. I haven't seen it, but if it's the Creparian one, I heard the takeaway was like 150 is the sweet spot. I heard a little bit about how they tested, and I'm a little bit skeptical of it, but I haven't done any of my own testing, so who am I to say anything? Yo, what's up, Zal? How's it going, dude? Good evening, man. Zal, do you need Barrias? I have so many Barrias for you. 0 rarity. 0 rarity in the house. Oh, a shrine. This has been rare tonight. Yeah, I heard they tested with just tiered rares, and like the sample size was kind of small. It sounds very disappointing. And it almost was enough to hear about that made me want to go do my own testing. Rarity testing is very tedious, though. It's a very clickbaity thing to do. Like, everybody wants to know about rarity testing. Tier 1 lightning. I guess we can hang on to that. Whoa! Come back to the boss. I think it's the wall guy. It's the deranged, really large wall guy who's like agonizing. He's a pretty easy fight, but the boss, I need to do something about boss ailment threshold. I think they increased it, and they are not freezing anymore. I was going to try out Overwhelming Presence and drop Ghost Stance. That's my current plan. Lots of cooking going on. Since I leveled up, I can actually like take some risks and try out some stuff. $50 runs per breakpoint. I don't That's interesting. That is not very many. If they'd have done 500, I'd have been like, that's pretty good. In my opinion, a true sample size is like many thousands for testing drops in this game. Okay, we'll go try out this boss, see if the element threshold thing is still a thing. I can answer that in just a second, Curse. Oh, a different guy. Who's this? Oh god, I'm scared. I don't actually know who this is. The scaled one. Okay, my Herald... Okay. Pause. Can I pause this fight? What's up with my freezing salvo? It's been doing this. True, Ichigo, true. But somebody needs to. Or like a group needs to do some type of controlled thing. He also did it on P2, which adds more of a variable. Because P2 is based on radius of players to monsters spawning. So they introduced a huge variable doing it P2 with the Rarity gloves. Seems like a very bad test, honestly. What's up with my salvo? Why is it on 0? There it goes. Alright, it's officially just bugged. Sniped. What's the best Sensi for Hollow Palm? There's quite a few that work well. I think Huntress is the best class, and I think Ritualist and Amazon are the best ascendancies. My favorite is Amazon because of the evasion stacking. It's all pretty bad. Put that there. Put this in the crafting tab. Look at this. 3 dispels. What's a 3 dispels Ami worth? 81. Oh, that's not very much. I would have thought it was more than that. Okay, cool. Which one is the most tanky? I hate dying. I mean, outright the most tanky is going to be Monk, because you can do some crazy things with Energy Shield. And like your hardcore SSF players are all going to be Monk for Hollow Palm. But in terms of the like soft core classes, I would think Amazon or Ritualist again are going to be the tankiest. Probably Amazon having a much higher ceiling for tank because of the evasion stacking. Hopefully that answers the question nicely. Thank you for asking it. Okay, Curse had asked what I'm doing for tablets and maps. Maps is very simple. I have a guide outlining what I'm doing for maps. You can go check it out. I can pull it up here and I can give a quick rundown. Basically, we're making these rare monsters, item rarity, areas overrun by the Abyssal. Rarity needs to be 90. Rare monsters should be 20 or higher. And yeah, 14 additional pits or more. The cost per craft here, every set of 5 waystones is about a divine. I can drop this guide in all of the chats. Boop. And then as far as tablets, I'm just doing Quant. Quant is king until they do something about it. So 10 Quant, 10 Quant, 10 Quant. I'm running Expedition and Breach. And then Irradiation for finding bases. And that's pretty much it. That's all that's happening. Thanks for the follow, Rasta. I've done, quite a few different farming strats. This has, definitely been the most potent one. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say about it. I realize I don't have this Grueling Journey on, and it should be on. Deadeye is bad for Hollow Palm. I mean, Deadeye is good for anything, but to me, Deadeye is like the most awkward in terms of like solving your defense and your damage. On Amazon, everything you would do with items and the Ascendancy plays into the Hollow Palm play style. Are unique maps useful? Yeah, for sure. Or do you mean tablets? If you need maps, for sure. There's lots of good stuff hiding in the unique maps. If you mean tablets, I don't really know. I need to like do a lot more testing to know that for sure. 250 Rarity Twister, that should be solid. I'm gonna have to do my own testing on this Rarity thing. It's gonna be so annoying. If you're playing this Shatter build, don't take the Gloom Shrines. It makes Herald of Ice harder to proc, and Herald of Ice is like really, really, really good. One thing I gotta figure out is how to get Doomsayer going without like much of a loss to the other things the build does. It's always the trick, right? So there's a Chance Orb, and that counts as a Divine Equivalent for us. Gotta count them. Unique tablets are useless now. Well, the Irradiation one is probably still fine, right? I don't know how many uses they put on it. But that's still pretty OP for areas overrun, if they are allowing it. I guess I don't know what's going on with that one. Grand Project got super weird. Agree with you there. And then I don't really know about the other ones. Ooh, Speed Shrine. That should be fun. Let's see if I can get a haste. Oh, Rarity Shrine. Let's go. Crack time. Exceptional Leggings 2 socket. Gotta grab. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Let's do a snapshot check. All right. Here's where we're at for the gram. Basic attack is at 1.7 mil. Ice Shot is at 1.4. Not counting damage as lucky. And Herald of Ice is at 400k. Yes, please. Movement speed is at 181%. Yes, please. Golly. There's an annulment. I'm just going to sprint. I'm not going to loot because we got this Rarity Shrine. Rarity good, Zao. Rarity good. Another Orb of Chance. That's 3 Divine Equivalents. There's a Divine. It didn't make noise, which drives me crazy. Let's make it make noise. Come on, Divine Orb. There you go. There's another Divine. That's 5. I just heard another one. That's 6. Oh, boy. Why is there a limit to melee characters? Yeah, I link. Well, so my filter's public, and you can find the link to it in any of my build guides. But I also put it in the Discord as a like locally shared filter with the custom sounds. So you can go into Discord and get them there. I uploaded a freshie like this morning, so it's pretty up to date. Oh, there's a little bit more. Go, 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 go. Come on, where's the monsters? Here they come. Is that it? It says there's a little more abyss somewhere. In here, maybe? Yep. Tier 5 Prizzy ring. Nice. Oh, yeah, that was the end. Holy, that was a run, man. Oh my gosh, a 7th divine. Holy. Still get to do this too. Monster hits are always crits with no upside. Quant items from monsters, but chests are better. Runic monsters drop something other than weapons. Okay, we're going to try and go right here and get that quant plus these flags. Double check. And we go boom. Logbooks! There's still some guys left. There they are. Yeah, this is a heck of a map, man. I wonder if it double rolled on the quant. It feels even juicier. 151 quant and 176 rarity. I mean, that's insane. That's getting close to like PoE 1 levels. Decent things, so I have space. 2 to Proj Quiver. Kind of cool. Bad. 22 rarity. Tier 1 ES. Don't do that to me. I gotta hang on to you. How are these? Armor boots. Bad. Will be interesting when all pre-juiced area is done. Yeah, that will be. I'll come back down to earth at that point. I think, yeah, I'll see a reduction in loot by like probably half or worse. I would think. It's a good point, Hot Potato. Yeah, Dorsh, you can come in and grab all my exalts. Because the thing is, Dorsh, we get 100% boost to currency drops for being P2. So, you know, if you're able to follow around and live, you're juicing the map by double. And then, yeah, you can just be a little loot rabbit. Little pack mule. I hate having to loot after, so anticlimactic and boring, but when you get those rarity shrines, you just gotta go, zoom zoom. Robert asked if I've been crashing at all. No. Here's the trick to no crashes. Right here. Switch to Vulcan and never look back, and switch to NIS if you're not already in NIS. Everything else is irrelevant. I mean, there's a few things here that are on by default that are not irrelevant, but they should be on. Oh, sweet. I like this boss. Whoa, did she just blink? She's like blinked. Look at her, all her ailments. Is she ever gonna stop? Here she goes. Good night. Holy loot, dude. 6 tower area with 80% quant. Ooh. Oh, Hot Potato, get your rarity going before you do that. That is ridiculous. Yeah, try NIS, Robert. Make sure your graphics drivers are up to date. Of course, there's tons of other variables that could make it so that you crash and I don't, but hopefully not. Ichigo, thanks for hanging out, dude. Appreciate you, and we'll see you later. This is a potentially insane quiver. If I can knock something off of there, I might even look at using, you know, the really expensive currency to get that thing going. People care about max mana? I don't even know. Those are bad. Bad, bad. Heck of a map there. Heck of a map. Let's go. Alright, that may be the last one that I had already purchased. Overrun. This. Yep. I think that's the last one I have. So I have some for sale. Nope. Okay, we need to go shopping. Where's my shopping tab? There it is. Wow, Faber's offering to follow you around with a rarity bot. That would be juicy. And he'll steal the mirror when it drops. So if you end up buying these maps, the search filter you want is IARC 90. And then areas overrun by the Abyssal. They are getting more and more expensive. These are like 2.2 div now, which isn't too bad, honestly. You can search straight divines, and sometimes the ratio of the site is wrong. You can see it is here. Those other ones were more expensive than this when you do the currency conversion. Let's see how much an 18 is. An 18 is 3. It's probably worth it if you're running good tiles. If I could get a 3 with rare monsters, I would buy that for sure. A lot of people don't roll the rare monster paranoia on there, and the reason they don't is they want their rarity to show up higher in people's search filters. But here's one with rare 21 and 92. That one's better. I'm gonna go get that one. What's up, little spicy potato? We were talking about the other potato. There's 2 potatoes in chat.
Definitely want that one, right?
I'm a potato enjoyer. Alright, we gotta find a fantastic tile for this. Sump. Grotto. Seepage. I love seepage. There's a sentence I didn't plan on saying in my lifetime. 97, 158. Pretty good rolls.
Just stay with me.
Yeah, rolling jewels is very tedious. Once you get once the knowledge becomes completely intuitive, it's not so bad. Like when you look at something, you know exactly what's valuable, what's not. Which I wouldn't on the time losts. But yeah, that is quite tedious. Yeah, that was the special sauce for me, Leonard. Like I tried, and also in PoE 1, I tried so many things, and I have like a very high-end machine. It's definitely not the machine. And Vulcan NIS with a couple of the other like south side settings that are just intuitive, like multi-threading and some other things. That was the special sauce. I never crash. It's always smooth now. How to juice maps now? Triple quant, triple 10 quant, and then areas overrun by the Abyssal. I mean, that's really it. These Abyssal maps are going to be so expensive. If you're crafting them, don't sell them right away. Just save them. Because everybody's logging back on, and everybody's going to want to do these maps. 3 Rogue Exile tabs. Oh, I haven't, Auto. I tried it with Rogue Exiles on the tree, and it was really hard to get them to spawn. But no, that's a good strat, because those unID'd are worth like a couple of div, right? 3 or 4 maybe? That's a solid strat. Don't tell anyone. We're gonna go right here and try and get that rarity. Nice. Check the mods. Ooh, ailment threshold. That will be no fun. Let's get that out of there. Oh, these are so hard to place sometimes, dude. We'll go right here. Boop. Gosh, that was hard. I should just turn off big bomb. This is so hard. We're gonna blow that and come back. Yeah, don't reforge them. It's always so sad when shields drop. Who uses a shield? It's like the old who throws a shoe. Echoes! Dude, my good drops aren't making noise. Come on. There it is. Is this a known thing? The audio filter is like kind of broken. It's kind of scary because I off-screen so many things I would hate to miss. Been all over today? Yeah. Okay. It's a thing then. Whoa. Not bad, not bad. Hey-oh, that one worked. Let's go. All right, let's go back up to Gwen In and knock out this Expo. Logbooks. Look at Herald of Ice go, man. It just like... There were only like 3 arrows that landed on minions there and everything died. That was awesome. Potato tonight is, you know, this Ice Shot Amazon build with areas overrun by Abyss. It's like, I don't know. That's really the only farm for me now. If you don't ever play PoE 1, you should know that the farming, like the diversity of farming strats is going to get really diverse in this game over time. And it's just not there yet. So we just have to enjoy what we have right now, but it is going to grow leaps and bounds. I can't even see where I'm going. Oh. Alright, where do I go here? Around this way, maybe? Yeah, looks good. Bing! Sounds like chaos. Yep. Some sounds are working. Whoa! 4 chaos. That's awesome. I hate when there's a door in these maps. Like, who put a door there? Okay, I'm not sure what Abyss is left. Maybe it's in the boss room? Could be. Yep. Oh boy. This is going to be very exciting. He's frozen already. So that froze immediately. That's how it's supposed to go with the snipe and everything. Oh my Lanta. Please don't kill me, billion monsters. I got off of Roa to snipe. Wowie. Okay. Yeah, that was awesome. That was really fun. And that snipe exploded the room and blew up everything that was in there. That was like the dream for this build. Yo, what's up, Joker? Welcome, dude. Good evening. Oh, look, there's no delirium down here, so I can actually see the game and see the monsters. I get so excited for flasks. Ooh, look at that. 2 to Proj Visceral. Wow. Interesting. Empty prefix. That's cool. In the Mobilix guide, are the armor pieces with rarity also? Which guide are you talking about? I'm happy to answer. I hate that minion. There's that one bugged minion that can't be killed down here. He was like blocking me in a space while I was trying to talk. Oh, for the ice shot build? So the variant that's in the guide does not run rarity on chest. Because there is no rarity on chest. Now, if you're talking about general armor pieces, yes, glove, helmet, boots should all have rarity when you get to that stage of your build, you know? Rarity is something you want to add on when your build is maxed out in performance. Bad, 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 bad. All bad. Got some nice drops there, though. 3 greater exalts. 3 echoes. What is echoes worth right now? $130. It's like a third of a divine. Nice. How are people getting more than 10 uses on their tablets? Does that spawn and I'm just not seeing it yet? So yeah, eventually we'll be going to this armor. Now, if you're poor, don't buy it yet because I don't know which one is going to be the best for the build. You're at 91. I mean, that's high enough to give it a shot, to try it out. Time to go buy a new map. 18 pits, 119 rarity. Monsters have resist. That's good for me. Oof. That was slow. Need some divines. Wow, chaos is really growing in price, huh? That's crazy.
Sure thing.
Chaos always does that. While everything else falls, chaos grows. It's just like entropy. Grotto of All City, Assembly, Sump again. Oh, Confluence is the best tile. I gotta run it on Confluence. I just love it. This is my favorite map. This is going to be so delicious. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can just try out different warriors. Like, be some good ones. What's up, Haley? 18 so far. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I just couldn't figure out how to roll more than 10. Like, all mine say 10. Maybe there's a prefix or suffix mod that adds more of them. Exceptional, Thessalian focus. Interesting. Is this not the greatest map tile in the game? If we could repeat run, I'd be in Confluence the entire season. Which is probably why we can't repeat run. That's my third quiver I ID'd to 2 proj. There's got to be extremely low likelihood. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh, goodbye. Oh, hello. God, look at Confluence. Essence of the Abyss. Woohoo! Whoa, little goodie. Look at that tier 2, 10. Huh. I'm gonna keep checking on him. What do we think of these runed monoliths that are in the map that spawn a random boss? Good, bad, ugly. They die real fast. We got a depths. Cool. Runic monsters duped. Oh, baby. This will be good. Let's go right there. Double check mods. We're good. Why this map so good? They're all good. No, this tile is so good because it's wide open. Like, it is the most wide open tile. So you can run around with your mouse on the far end of the screen, and the projectiles just fly out and Herald of Ice shatter everything. Can have 2 suffixes. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Seems like an accident. I'm trying out Reach on Herald of Ice. And I swear, it seems like... I don't know. It seems like it's dealing less damage than Mag. But Mag has a less damage tag on it. Herald of Ice can't be evaded or dodged, so it can't be that. I don't know what it could be. Whoa. Dude, I wonder how good the rare Arbiter tablets are now. That would be fun to farm. Who's the boss on this tile? Is it Big Fire Guy? Big Fire Guy is really cool. Whoa. Whoa. Boop. we got a divine in here. Heck yes. Forgot about that. Check the freebooter. Alright, 2K. That's the whole divine, so we will defer it again. $2 to 18. Haven't looked deeply into tablets. Okay, interesting. What's Manessa? Weird. Let's give her a snipe. Just because. Right, TB? Exactly, dude. We're living the dream now. Or at least the first stages of the dream. Alright, that thing's 100 exalt. That's pretty cool. Look at this quiver, dude. Triple flat 2 to Parage. Dang. Dropped some nasty items, but they're not very good. Quiver is interesting. Gonna have to work on that later. And then that focus will sell. Okay. Yeah, all the tablets, 10 uses remaining. So how do I get cooler ones? How do I be a cool person? Ba-dink. Yeah, that would be nice. That's probably to come. Alright, pick is on Discord. Where'd you put it? There it is. Oh, wow. Are the higher numbered ones that you just found off the ground? Because I see like all 10s here at the bottom. When I look at my old ones, I have tons of different numbers. But all of my new ones are 10s. The plot thickens. Interesting. What's up, Alex? We're rocking Warrior. We're in full degen rarity mode now. Tens from last night. Okay, interesting. All right, everyone. I know it's a short stream. I don't get a lot of time to stream, just between family and work and everything, but I appreciate you all being here, stopping by. If you're not a part of our Discord, come join and participate in the conversations. Feel free to use all the resources you can. We've got a dedicated channel for crafting and for some of the builds, and some really awesome folks who are always helping with build questions and POB troubleshooting and things like that. So come on by. And again, thank you everybody for watching. Have a good night.